charts, and we wanted paper backup for our trip back from San Diego up to San Francisco. And turns out it's hard to find just paper charts anywhere, right? So you go to the NOAA website and you basically drag select the area you want at the zoom level you want at the paper size that you want, or really the sort of the level of detail, and then you capture PDF. Yeah, and so anyway, we captured a whole bunch of these, and we sent them out to what is it, Office Depot, or Office Depot, and we got charts for. We got a bunch of charts because they were very affordable. Basically $6.50 for the big ones, and I think it was $5 for the smaller ones, and so. Yeah, we got, so the charts are basically printed on the blueprint paper mode, which is not a poster. They're made for blueprints, and so we got two sizes, one for the harbors, for all the possible harbors we might go into. Might be overkill, but you know what, this is a one-time expense that will have everything between San Diego and San Francisco that we might ever conceivably need to go into on paper, which wouldn't that be nice if the electronics are busted to have paper. So yeah, this is the 18 by 24, and yeah, it's perfectly legible. I mean, we could use this for anything. And so we got Dana Point, Marina Del Rey. I'm sure anybody familiar with these harbors would think this is kind of pointless, but we're not familiar with them. So Dana Point, Half Moon Bay.
There's another one.
Monterey. Oh yeah, we did a sample test the first day just to see how it would look.
Avalon.
Yeah, so this is Avalon, and yeah, it looks every bit as good as the charts I remember from the old days. The paper's not quite as durable, but that's fine. For $5 as a backup we may never really need. It's okay. It's color, it's clear, it has all the information. Yeah, so we got all of these. Fantastic. Morro Bay. Newport Beach. Newport Beach is huge. I had no idea. That's pretty cool. Oxnard. Redondo Beach area. When you export them, you can set the name that you want up here, because you can drag select whatever you want and make it as big or as small as you want. I thought about making like letter size, so we can make a chart book, or even legal size, something we could put into a binder, but I wanted something we could lay out on this table here and really work on it if it comes down to it. We have San Simeon Bay. I think that's it. No, that's San Luis Obispo Bay, because that's a place you might hole up into on your way up to Big Sur, maybe. Santa Barbara, where we're hoping to go to in a week or so. And Santa Cruz, which is where we had our very first training.
Yeah.
A little over a year ago. What?
That's one that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
How to get in there.
Can you believe it's just been a little over a year since we first...
Yeah, that was November.
Yeah, so from November to now having a boat. Ventura. So that's hopefully our next destination from San Diego to Ventura. All right, so these are all the harbors we got. And there's quite a few. But for $5 a pop, I'm pretty happy with this for the insurance that they offer. Now here's the big guns. we have a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Yeah, so we have 12 of these. And these are the 24 by 36, which is a standard size that any of these print shops can print easily. It's very common. And so, you know, it's basically a detailed enough chart to go up the West Coast from San Diego to San Francisco. I don't know that we'll ever need Big Sur because we're planning to just be a long way from the shore. But yeah. Okay, I gotta roll some of these up. Let me get them out of the way. There's some little marks happening on the back. Looks like we must have stressed the printer just a little bit. Oh, maybe not.
Printer bleeding.
Yeah, there's a little bit of smear on the back one of these. So, you know, that's fine. For $5, I'll take a little bit of defect on the back of the page, no problem. So that's good.
Oh, here's one more of the
The big ones?
big ones.
Yeah, okay.
San Diego channel.
So yeah, we did a test because we didn't want to spend a bunch of money just to see if it would work. We weren't sure if it would work at all because these are technically blueprint prints. It worked out great. So the first one we did was basically Avalon and San Diego Channel because those are the closest ones that we were thinking about going to. And yeah, I guess there's not much more to say other than, oh, the process for printing these is a little challenging, honestly. I wrote a Python script to process the PDF that was exported because as you print each one of these, it'll print a giant page followed by about 10 pages of details for the region that you have selected. When I tried to submit that type of PDF to, it was to Office Depot, it basically doesn't know how to deal with multiple types of paper and sizes. So that one PDF would have had the big chart and then one page in the middle of another blueprint for every one of them. So what I did was I wrote a Python script to split the PDF into the chart, which was always the first page, and then the rest, which I exported as letter size. And so I had two batches, one being the harbors, one being the larger maps, and so the script will export all of these large charts into a series of PDFs up to 100 megabytes each because Office Depot only accepts up to 100 megabytes, and then merges them into a single PDF, and then it takes the other ones and puts all these into a single PDF. So basically all of this additional information, which starts with the zone of confidence and has all of the details about what's going on with, you know, each of these areas, I had it put into a spiral binder so that basically these charts go with this binder, and we can say, oh, we're going to Avalon. Okay, let's go to Avalon. And because it just, I didn't do this on purpose, but it turned out to be alphabetical, which is cool. And so anyway, you go to Avalon, and here's all the textual information about what you need to know when you go to Avalon. And I think most of it's derived from the pilot book, if not all of it, but at least it's one place. This is printed in black and white. I could have printed in color. When I did a test of some of the little images in here, the grayscales seem to provide enough information. And this lighter text was like a red color or something like that. I should have probably forced it all to black, but maybe in a future version of the script I'll do that. Anyway, so we got the charts and the companion details book for each of these. Yeah, I will, assuming I actually post this video, I'll share the script too. It's pretty neat. So basically, you download the individual PDFs for each of your exports, put them in a folder, run the script, and it produces one or more chart files and one or more details files. And then you just upload them to Office Depot and tell them to print blueprints and tell them to print black and white letter and spiral it if you want, or do something else if you want. And this whole set of things, because there was a sale for 25% off, we got, was that a dozen, and then I'm not sure how many are in here. I want to say, I might have the totals. It doesn't say how many pages are in here.
You probably did.
It's probably in here somewhere. Anyway, I want to say it's about 25 total charts, maybe 30. And the grand total for all this printing with the sale was $145, which honestly is a bargain.
It was $145.
Yeah, after the,
Huh.
yeah, well, at $11 because the first day gave us two others.
That's really good though.
But yeah, I mean, basically a lifetime, well, not a lifetime, but you know, everything we could hope for on the West Coast chart-wise for around $150. That's a bargain.
Yeah, at first though, for this, one of these, somebody said it needed to be a poster.
Right.
The poster size, it was $36. 35 and change for one.
Yeah.
But I believe they're basically the same. That poster would have been a heavier print, heavier card.
I think it might have been like an inkjet print too, you know, or you know, something that's more glossy, probably a nicer paper. But yeah, this was sort of a gamble. That's why we just did one the first time to see how it would work, and it worked great. So yeah, and so now we'll have these as backup. It'll be fun to look at too. Why not? Anyway, that's about it. Hope this is helpful to somebody.